Hello! Welcome to National Library Week at the Lisbon Hepburn Library. My name is Michelle McClagan and I am the director of the library here in Lisbon. And I thought what we would do today to kick off National Library Week is to get a little bit of a tour of our wonderful library building. So if you have never been to Lisbon or it's been a long time since you've been to the library, we would love to see you back again. So let's take a look around. Let's see what we've got. In mid-1917, philanthropist and financier Alonzo Barton Hepburn approached the town of Lisbon with a proposal to build a library for its residents. Mr. Hepburn was a locally born philanthropist and banker from Colton who gifted libraries to 7 St. Lawrence County communities: Colton, Madrid, Lisbon, Herman, Norfolk, Waddington, and Edwards. The conditions of the gifts were quite simple. Mr. Hepburn would pay to erect a substantial and credible library building, furnish and equip the library, and provide a small endowment. In exchange, the town of Lisbon would need to pass the proposition by a 2/3 majority of residents and agree to maintain the library through taxation or other means of appropriate support. Subsequent to the agreement, New York State library laws and regulations have changed, but the fundamental purpose of the Hepburn Library of Lisbon has remained the same as envisioned by Mr. Hepburn 100 years ago. Let's go up to the front porch and take a closer look. In late 1917, the cornerstone of the library was laid in Lisbon as the third of the Hepburn libraries. Mr. Hepburn's philosophy was that the library would serve as a repository for books and other learning materials, yet also contain facilities for meetings and large gatherings. Although the library's collection, programs, and services have grown and changed with the times, the library's community aspect has remained much the same. Although the Hepburn libraries all share common features, they were all constructed with first-floor community rooms, which we'll take a look at, and second-floor reading rooms, which we'll also visit shortly. The Hepburn Library of Lisbon is architecturally unique among its peers. Our library is the only library building that mixes a colonial revival influence with Richardsonian and Tudor motifs. In addition, the yellow masonry chosen for this library is not only unique among the Hepburn libraries, but rarely seen in St. Lawrence County. Much speculation abounds with respect to the anomalies in Lisbon, but certainly the choice of a different architect was a major factor. And here up close, you can see the yellow brick that we have. The Hepburn Library of Lisbon was designed by Samuel Williams of Ogdensburg, whereas the other Hepburn libraries were designed by Eric Rossiter of New York City. Mr. Williams envisioned a first-floor entry, which we're looking at here, with a single stout Romanesque column, which we also see here, instead of the monumental exterior staircase with imposing columns that are seen in the other Hepburn facades. It is believed that Mr. Hepburn was quite pleased with Mr. Williams' work on the Hepburn Hospital in Ogdensburg and wished to continue working with him on other projects, including the library here in Lisbon. Let's go on inside. You'll see here at the front entrance that we have a book return in the door. We still have the doors that are original to the building, as well as the glasswork above. And we do have a vestibule. Somebody has dropped off a few books with a second set of doors on the inside. And we can head on inside there. And then inside we have a lobby area that has over here to the left our curbside front lobby pickup area for the COVID virus pickups. We have a restroom, an entrance to our community room, an entrance to the cellar, and a rather large, imposing staircase that goes up to a landing and then turns and goes on upstairs to the reading rooms. So let's go ahead and head upstairs. Here we are on the landing at the front staircase, where we have several things on display that we are very, very proud of. The first one here is the certificate of registration that was bestowed to us in 1920, specifically on November 18, and that's related to the founding of the library. Next to that here, We have our original charter, which was provided to us by the University of the State of New York. Things have changed a little bit now. More often we refer to it as state education. But this lists the original trustees of the library, and this charter was granted to us on September 3rd, 1920 by the Regents. Up above that, you'll see that we have a large map of St. Lawrence County. Again, we're really proud of these documents, so we do display them in the library for everyone to see. So as I said, these charters and so forth were given to us in 1920, but construction started in June of 1918 when the contract was given to the lowest bidder, J.D. Flack of Hubleton, in the amount of, believe it or not, $26,000. Mr. Flack's bid undercut that of C.E. Castle of Ogdensburg, who was the builder of the libraries in Waddington, Herman, Edwards, and Madrid. Unfortunately, though, Mr. Flack encountered trouble finding regular workers, and in late 1918 relied on the volunteer townsfolk of Lisbon to help ensure the library was covered by a roof before winter set in. In total, construction of the library took almost 2 years from start to finish. And as we go around here upstairs, you can see where we have the reading room. So let's go up a few more steps and we'll meet up there. Once construction was completed, however, the library absolutely thrived. A large number of book donations were given by Jeannie Purvis of New York City and by the Philip and James Church Altar and Rosary Society here in Lisbon. According to the first librarian, Esther Smith, in her 1920 report to the state, the library possessed 2,585 items. Today, the library has over 21,000 physical items and over 11,000 digital items. As you see here, over on the left as you come up the stairs, we have a new book rack that has our new adult fiction books. It also has our new teen books, new DVDs. We have a printer fax machine. Our circulation desk at this point is surrounded by plexiglass as mandated by the COVID regulations in New York. Our public access computers would normally be here. We hope to bring those back soon. And we have our new magazines here at the top of the stairs as well, and an absolutely lovely view out the front of the library. In the reading room that we have to the right, we have some study tables. We also have some boardroom tables, a lovely fireplace. The picture above the fireplace would be Mr. Hepburn. We have a handicap accessibility lift in the corner that is downstairs in the community room when you come in, and you can use that to get upstairs to the second floor. We have a teen space here in this corner, so we call this our young adult space with young adult books, as well as some tables where kids can sit and work together. Coming back this way to the right of the circulation desk, we are still fortunate to have our old card catalog here. It is no longer used as a card catalog, but we do use it for storage. We put our seed library in there. We sometimes have other supplies in there as well. Coming back through the stacks, you'll see an exit that goes to a stairwell leading to the attic. And then we have more books back here. We have our nonfiction books, our New York State history books, audio books, large print books, and all of our adult fiction. And coming back down through here, we have some storage spaces for staff. Our adult DVD and Blu-ray collection is behind the circulation desk, right here behind it, and more over there. And in this direction, we have our children's room, which we are extremely proud of. We have more than tripled children's circulation. Right now, this year with COVID, we are circulating about 60% children's items and about 40% adult items. So as you see here, we have new books on the top shelf. All of our picture books are here. Over under the window, we have leveled readers. We have another fireplace. We have board games. Our chapter books here for middle graders. And headed down this direction, we have children's movies on the lower shelves. New children's books are on the top shelf. More chapter books and middle grade books. We have a fairly large collection here of graphic novels for children. And then along this back wall, we have children's nonfiction. We also have jigsaw puzzles for all ages. Our board games are also for all ages. Everything from Candyland to games that are meant for adults. We have children's biographies over here as well, and some new nonfiction up top. So that is our upstairs area. Let me meet you downstairs in a few minutes, and we'll take a look at the community room. All right, we are back outside on this beautiful afternoon. What we're looking at here is essentially the back corner of the library. The kitchen door is here. These windows that are upstairs are the adult stacks that we looked at when we were touring the reading rooms. And I'm looking towards the back of the property, towards Church Street. So you can see the highway department is back there. In order to access our parking lot, you do need to turn onto Church Street, even though our physical address is 6899 County Route 10, and then come down along the back of the building and into the parking lot. And as you can see, we have a fairly large parking lot that will accommodate a large number of vehicles. We have 2 handicapped spots here near the door. And then of course there is a sidewalk going back around towards the front, but we have a side door here to our community room space. So let's go visit that together. So this is our community room, and one of Mr. Hepburn's goals was that the libraries that he built would have community room space. So in 1920, the library hosted the Father and Sons Banquet, a series of lectures, the Red Cross Sewing Circle, Girls Home Project Club, the Boy Scouts, baby clinics, and many social functions. Now, we are still as active in the community room as we always have been, with civil and social groups, arts and craft programs, and private party rentals of up to 100 people. Now, of course, with COVID, we've had some different rules that we've had to enact with regards to community room space and attendance, but we're hoping as time goes by that we'll be able to resume those at a full level that we've had in the past. We are currently accepting room rentals. The cost for a room rental is $50 for a 4-hour period. That is available to anybody. You don't have to live in the town of Lisbon. And if you're interested in those, just contact me during regular library hours or send me an email. Our contact information is right there on Facebook or on our website. So we do have a community room space here. We have it set up right now to allow for 10 people to be seated in this big rectangle configuration that allows for 6 feet of social distancing. But we are able to accommodate larger groups as long as all of the social distancing rules are followed that New York State has put in. Over this way, you'll see the doors to the lobby that we came in before. And as we head around this big square, you will see the entrance to the lift is over this way. That is the entrance to the lift that goes upstairs. And here we have a door to our kitchen facility. Our kitchen facility is part of the room rental. We have a stove, a refrigerator, a 3-basin sink, a fair amount of counter space, a microwave, and some more counter space here. And we also have a serving area with a roll-up door that leads back into our community room space with a countertop surface. And as we go back around over here, you'll see that there's an emergency exit out the back, and then we go back around to our community room. I want to thank you very much for joining me on this tour. I apologize for the shaky video and the noise outside from vehicles going by and so forth, but I'm glad that I was able to show you this building. I love this library. It's a wonderful place to work, to meet friends, to borrow books, to study, to apply for a job. There are just so many wonderful things that libraries can bring to our communities, and I am so very proud to be the director here at the Hepburn Library of Lisbon. Once again, my name is Michelle McClagan. We hope you enjoy National Library Week, and we will see you with some more activities and videos throughout the week. Take care. Bye-bye.